Good evening, students. Hope we are live. I hope you can see the video. There is no issue with audio also, I believe. If at all there is any problem, please do let us know, because I won't know. Let me just keep the mic closer to me. Okay. Today we'll be looking at financial management question paper. So we had already started this in one of the previous sessions in the last week. We'll be continuing from where we had left. December 2019 question paper, question number 15, if I'm not mistaken, that is where we had stopped. Okay, let us read the question first. If a firm declared 25% dividend on share of face value of rupees 10, its growth rate is 5%, and if the rate of capitalization is 12%, its expected price would be how much? Again, CAPM is what this particular question deals with. So if you know capital asset pricing model, then this should be a cakewalk. So first of all, what we have to understand here is 25% dividend is nothing but D0, because the firm declared 25%. Now we need to know D1, what would be the dividend at the end of the year. So now how to calculate D1 from D0? That is very simple. D0 into 1 plus G. When you do that, you will obviously get D1. So now growth rate is given in this case, which is 5%, and D0 is also given, which is 25% of rupees 10. So 10 rupees is the face value. On that, if you calculate 25%, the dividend which is right now given is 2.5. So I will just substitute the values here. 2.5 into 1 plus G, G being 0.05. That's all. So when you do this math, you will get D1. So based on that, we can easily identify what would be the expected price. Let me just bring up the calci here. 2.5 into 1.05, which will be 2.625. This is the D1. So now using this particular value, we can easily identify how much is the price. So price we know is nothing but D1 by KE minus G. D1 is 2.625 divided by KE. How much is that? Rate of capitalization is 12%. So 0.12 minus growth rate is 0.05. That's all. So do the math and you will get the answer. Okay, let me just do that. 2.625 divided by 0.07. No, yeah. 37.5 would be the price of the share, and if you look at the option D is in fact the right option. 37.5 it is. I hope it is clear. A simple straightforward problem, nothing much to do here. Let's move on to the next one. Theory question. Capital budgeting decisions are part and parcel of financing and investing decisions, investing and dividend decisions, financing and dividend decisions, only investing decisions. Again, these type of questions, as I keep on saying, these type of questions are very difficult to answer, but still we'll try to answer. Capital budgeting decisions, if you have read that, you will know it is only part and parcel of investing decisions, because it's an integral part of a company's investment decisions, because these decisions involve evaluating the, let's say, the potential investment projects or capital expenditures to determine their viability and also the potential profitability. See, the goal of capital budgeting is to make sure that the company's financial resources are allocated effectively and efficiently towards projects that offer the highest return on investment. Okay, and these investment decisions are crucial because they involve committing significant financial resources over an extended period. It's not just like 1 year or 2 year commitment. It will be usually for 3-4 years or maybe 5-6 years also. And this process usually involves estimating future cash flows, considering factors such as initial investment cost, operating cost, expected revenues, what is the salvage value. And by analyzing all these cash flows, companies can usually assess the potential profitability and value of the investment. So therefore, we say capital budgeting is part and parcel of only investing decisions. See, financing decisions and dividend decisions are also essential consideration in corporate finance. There's no doubt about that, but they are distinct from capital budgeting decisions. They are not same as capital budgeting. Financing decisions usually involve determining, let's say, the optimal mix of debt and equity to fund companies' operations, investment activities. So that is what we do. Therefore, we say this is the right option. I hope it is clear. Let's move on to the next one. Fine. Question number 17. Again, a theory question, is it? Yeah. Okay. Diversification can eliminate risk if the securities of a portfolio are perfectly positively correlated, perfectly negatively correlated, weakly positively correlated, and weakly negatively correlated. See, one thing is easy here in this question, because they say diversification can eliminate risk if securities of a portfolio are, you can easily ignore these two options. Weakly positively correlated and weakly negatively correlated obviously are not the right answers. Okay. So first of all, since negative correlation is talked about, what is this negative correlation? Negative correlation in any portfolio means that the prices of the assets in the portfolio, move in opposite direction. This means that when the price of one asset goes up, the price of the other asset actually goes down. So now, when is this advantageous? Negative correlation can be advantageous for those investors, basically to mitigate the risk. No, it can be a valuable tool for any investors to reduce the risk, because let's say I have invested in A and B. If one is going down, the other is going up. That means even though I'm facing loss in one, I'm recovering in the other. So that is one way, a good method to overcome any potential loss in the market or wherever we have invested. So this diversification can eliminate risk if the securities of a portfolio are perfectly negatively correlated. That means when one goes up, the other goes down. When one goes down, the other goes up. So that way, whatever might happen, I will still be safe. So therefore, in this case, option B is in fact the right answer. Purvi says, it seems the video is not clear. Can you please check it? Is that the case? Because I can see that there is excellent connection, excellent according to YouTube, by the way. I'm not so sure if others who are watching, if they also are facing the same issue. Please do let me know. I will see what I can do, because let me just check my Wi-Fi connection. It's fine actually. It's 100 Mbps. It's more than sufficient, I believe. And I'm not even sending too much of data. It's just 1080p. I think it is fine. Please refresh Purvaja once. Hopefully that should solve your problem. Okay, Sharanya also says not clear. Why is that so? You can't see the text, is it? Or can you please tell me what exactly is the problem when you say not clear? Is the audio fine? Are you able to hear me? I hope so. Let me just open the stream on my phone. It seems to be fine here. I don't know why you are getting 144. I'm getting 720p here right now during the live session. I just checked on my YouTube app, phone's YouTube app. It seems fine actually. Just refresh the app once. I would say just remove from the recently viewed apps or whatever, and then open the app once again. Hopefully that should solve. Anyway, that was question number 17. Let's move to question number 18. If that also doesn't solve, please let me know, Purvaja and Saranya. Let's see what I can do. Okay, at least finally we are moving to a practical question. One more practical question. Let's see. Dash is the present value of an asset if the annual cash flow is 1000 per year for the next 5 years and the discount rate is 15%. Again, this is easily done. What we can do here is present value annuity factor is what we need. One big advantage here is the cash flow is constant. No, how much is the cash inflow? 1000 every year. When that is the case, what you can do is you can simply total whatever is the present value factor for every year and multiply that total by 1000. So for how many years we should consider present value annuity factor? For 5 years. What is the rate here? 15%. Okay, so the present value of an asset, they say, is the amount of money that would be needed today, to produce the same stream of future cash flows. Okay, so in this case, the asset is expected to generate how much? 1,000 per year for the next 5 years. Okay, the discount rate is 15, which means that money today is worth more than money in the future, because discount rate is there. No? That means the value of the money comes down every year by how much? By 15%. So that is the thing. Let's see. So now, easy way to identify that present value is, I'm sure you know, 1 divided by 1 plus I to the power of n. So when you do that, you will get the value. Let me just quickly do that. 1 divided by 1 plus 1.15, no? So 0.8696. Second year it would be just press equal, you will get the second year value, 0.7561. Then third year it is 0.6575. Fourth year it will be 0.571 18, that is, I'm just rounding it off. And lastly 0.4972. So now we have got all these values. All that I need to do is just total this. Whatever I get, I should multiply by 1,000, because 1,000 is the cash flow. So that would be the future value of these cash flows, because for how long are we getting these cash inflows? For the next 5 years. But even though they say for the next 5 years we'll get 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 and so on till the 5th year, its present value will not be the same. It will be actually much lesser. So now let me just total all these. 0.7561 plus 0.6575 plus 0.5718 plus 0.4972. Did I miss anything? First one, plus 0.8696. So this will be 3.3522. Present value annuity factor of 15% for 5 years. Now this you will have to multiply by what? The cash flow. So when you do that, you will get 3,352 as the answer. Check if there is 3,352 in the option. 3,352 is in fact one of the options, that is option C, and that would be the present value of the future cash flow. You may be receiving 5,000 over the period of next 5 years, but it is not equal to 5,000 in today's terms. In today's terms, it is only valued 3,352 because of the present value of the money factor. We know that money loses its value because of inflation mostly. So the percentage at which the money is losing value every year here is 15%. Because of that, even though cash flow wise, purely in terms of cash flow, you'll get 5,000, but it's only equal to 3,352 in today's terms. So therefore, as Sharon has pointed out, option C is in fact the right answer. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 19. An investor purchases an 8% bond having a face value of 1,000 and a maturity of 5 years for rupees 900. Face value of 1,000, maturity of 5 years for rupees 900. Okay. A year later, he sells it for rupees 960 in the market. Okay. The holding period gain for the investor is dash. Fine. How much has he gained from this investment? Face value is 1,000. Maturity of 5 years. See, he purchased for 900. They say very clearly he purchased it for 900. And he sells it after a year for 960. There is immediate 60 rupees gain, no? Sale price is 960. Purchase price is 1,000. So obviously 60 rupees gain is anyway there because of that only. Apart from that, what else is there? This is the sale price gain, which is 60 rupees. And on top of that, they also say it's a bond having an interest rate of 8%. So now what is the face value? Bond interest rate is always given on the face value. The face value in this case is 1,000 rupees. On 1,000 rupees, if you give 8% interest, you will get how much? 800. On this bond, he has not only gained 60 rupees, which is 800, what am I saying? 8,000 rupees is the bond value. What did I say? 800, sorry. 1,000 into 8%, 80 rupees, sorry. 80 rupees is the interest rate. So I mean interest amount 8%. I added 10 unnecessarily. So when you add these two, you will get 140 rupees as the total gain. So by investing 900, this fellow got 140 as a return on that 900 in 1 year. So now all that we need to do is identify the percentage of gain, which is a simple calculation. It has got nothing to do with FM. Any 7th standard student will be able to do this. 140 divided by 900 as a percentage. How much gain this will fetch us? That's all they have asked. So 140 divided by 900 percentage is 15.56. If at all, you have to round it off. So option D. Okay, they have not rounded it off, but still 15.55 is the correct answer. I hope it makes sense. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is a question for which I was not able to answer. I would suggest please try to answer, because the institute says the answer is 12%, but I'm not able to understand how they got 12%. When I did this math, I in fact got 12.48 as the answer. If at all you are able to come out with anything else, please do let me know, because the institute says 12%. I don't know how it is. If someone is able to do this, please do let me know in the comment box. It would be of great help. Moving on. Question number 21. The price of a share is 100 today. It grows to 125 at the end of first year, 187.5 at the end of second year, and 243.75 at the end of third year. What is the average rate of return? Okay. First year, second year, third year returns are there. Based on that, we can easily identify the average. So now 125 is the price at the end of first year. That means how much gain is there compared to the price of the share today, which is 100. So divided by the face value, which is 100. So like what we did in the previous problem, whatever is the gain divided by the initial investment amount into 100 will give us the gain. So here also we are doing the same thing. 125 minus 100 will give us the gain, divided by 100 into 100 actually, to express in terms of percentage. So let's see this. Don't have to calculate, 25% anyway it is. Okay. By earning 25 rupees on an investment of 100 rupees, what is the percentage of gain which you are making? 25%. No, there is no doubt about that there. In the second year, the value was 187.5. That means you have gained 187.5. But from what value? You should understand that, because it is not 100 now, it is 125. So 187.5 minus 125, because 187.5 is from that base, divided by 125 into 100. We should always compare to the price at the beginning of the year. Last year it was 100. At the end of the year it increased to 125. Now at the end of second year it has increased to 187. So 187.5 minus 125 divided by 125 as a percentage, this will be 50% increase. Okay, in year 2. This will be year 1, this will be year 2, and finally year 3. In case of year 3, it is 243.75 they say. Okay, so then 243.75 minus last year's base, which is 187.5, divided by same 187.5 into 100. Okay, so this will be 243.75 minus 187.5 divided by 187.5 as a percentage. It is 30% increase. Now what is the question? What is the average rate of return? So now first year it was 25%, second year 50%, and third year it is 30%. So 25 plus 50 plus 30 divided by 3, you will get the average. So that will be 105 divided by 3, which is 35%. Is there an option as such? 35, yeah, option B is the right answer. I hope it is clear. Simple, straightforward problem actually. This is purely a problem of math. Again, it has got nothing to do with FM, by the way. See, this is one of the advantages of FM or even accounts to that matter, but not so much accounts, but at least FM. When I say accounts, I'm referring to CMA, by the way. So in FM, there are so many ways in which they ask questions which are generic in nature, meaning even though it is part of the syllabus, anyone can answer those type of questions. They will ask sometimes. So this is one such question. Moving on. Okay, I hope the stream condition is fine, because right now I am seeing excellent condition here. I wonder what's the case at your end. If at all there is any issue, please do let me know. Okay, fine. That was question number 20. Okay, 21 we had solved 22. Which is the present value of an annuity of rupees 15,000 starting immediately and paying another 5 annual installments? Okay. Assume a discounting rate of 12%, they say. Fine. Let's see. So starting immediately, see, this is where you have to be careful because we are depositing the money right now, not at the end of the year. So then every year they will pay how much? 15,000. So that is the thing. What is the present value of this? Again, not a very difficult question. Let's try to understand how. See, today I am investing today right now. Okay, because starting immediately, so that's why they say t equals 0 here. There is no question of calculation of present value for that 15,000 because that is today's 15,000, which will be anyway 15,000 itself. So that is 115,000. Then at the end of the year, or maybe next year beginning, this year end, more or less the same. So therefore that would be the first installment apart from the initial investment of 15,000. So there will be some reduction in the value of the 15,000. Why? Because in 1 year the value of 15,000 would have come down, no? That's why. So what is the discounting rate here? 12%. If 12% is the discounting rate, then we can easily identify how much is the present value factor. 1 divided by 1 plus I to the power of n, 1 divided by 1 plus I to the power of n, which is 1 here, first year. Okay, I'll just write down for all the years so that I don't have to calculate again. So let me just do this. 1 divided by 1 plus 1, 1.12. This will be 0.8923. Okay, 29. No, why did I write 23? 8929. Sorry. Then second year it will be 0.7972. Third year it will be 0.7118. Fourth year it will be 0.6355. And lastly it will be 0.5674. Fine. So these are the present value factors. Now we'll have to multiply this by the annuity, which is 15,000. That is what we are getting every year, no? So let us do that. So 15,000 into that, 15,000 into this, likewise for the next 2 years as well. So when one does this, let me just resize this if that is possible. Okay, so now I'll have to multiply everything, and let me just memorize this. 15,000 0.8929 into recall memory will be 13,393.5. 7972 into recall memory is 11,958. 0.7118 into memory recall 10,677. 0.6355 into memory recall 9,532.5. Then lastly 0.5674 into memory recall 8,511. Now in your calc, if you have G